I'm live on YouTube right now at Texture Blade. Come join. I'm live on YouTube right now at Texture Blade. Come join. I'm live on YouTube. Hey everybody. I'm just letting everybody know I'm live. What's up? What's up? It's Texture. Alright. Let's get the charger back. First stream. Ah. What's up, people? Yeah. How y'all doing today? Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? Let me know if you're in the chat. Let me know if you're in the chat. Yeah. Let me know if you're in the chat. 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 What's good? What's up? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It's Blade. And we're looking at the previous volume profile. Yo, what's up? Do you hear me, bro? Can you hear me? Oh, sweet. Bet, cause I can't hear shit, but I'm guessing it's working. So, yeah, it's pretty cool, right? A pretty crazy trading day today, bro. So the quality's good? I mean, I got my phone camera right here. What's good, gang? Yeah, I'm kind of just, probably should turn the camera like this. Alright, well, we're gonna get into some live back testing. Oh. It's my phone doing this. Yeah, there's delay. Can you hear it, or it's just like lagging? Alright. Let's take a look now here at the 15-minute on this shit. So I like to zoom out to the 15-minute really quick. Go in the object tree. Let's see if you guys can see that. Object tree. That should be Gucci. Alright, so here we're gonna analyze for the new day upcoming. Let's analyze NQ. We'll turn off the previous day levels. And yeah, so this is my first stream, so I'm just winging it. I don't even have any background music or anything. I guess I should be doing that too, right? Let's see if I could figure that out. I'll figure that out for tomorrow, but basically just immediately I had this key box with my volume levels. So we've got these key lows here, here, a naked daily value area low. So basically naked just means that the level has not yet been tapped. I don't know what this shit is, but how can I close it? There we go. Alright. So I'm gonna grab this and then pull this line up. Okay, cool. Basically, I'm using this indicator previous volume profile to you know, signal that. Look at the daily volume profile distribution of every single day, right, for Nasdaq. So basically, we start at 6 p.m. and it closes at 4:45, 5 p.m. Okay, so you got your 23 hours here. I like to zoom into the 5-minute, and if you can see here, this is the trade I took today. It was 5 minutes, and we were lucky to bank. I did get red in one account, but that's okay. We rotate accounts here, and when we win, we do not you know, overtrade, and I just rotate to the next account. Same thing if I take a loss. If I take a loss in one account, I'm not gonna let it blow. I'm not gonna do anything. I am just going to rotate to the next account. So here you see this banger, okay? And if we look at the time, this was 9:30. So we waited till around 9:40 a.m., okay? And as you can see that we had the VWAP below. We had our previous day levels. Previous day high had rejected, okay? And this was kind of my entry, okay? So previous day high, if it was retaken, that's my invalidation, my stop loss. So I have a 13 to 15 point stop loss, and my target is around 60 points. So that's a 4-to-1 R to R, 4.29 R to R. So you know, yeah. So let's look at yesterday's value levels, okay? And then see exactly what happened. So price at the open was unable to break the highs that were made pre-market, and then we distributed from this high volume node. So that's the point of control of the day of yesterday, which is now yesterday. So I'm going off previous day levels. So this was the day before. Now we can take off our previous day levels, and now we can recreate. Okay, so I'm going to refresh these levels for today. So what you could see is we went up to the previous day value area high, and we were bullish above it. We were bullish above it. At 9:30, price failed back and back tested this cluster. So if we take a box, a simple box, where's my toolbar? Simple box, right? And we're gonna look at these highs and just draw this box right here. Boom. It's a key box right here. Key. So this key box is resistance. Okay. So from the point of control rejection and this cluster, you know, we gotta move down today. So let's now remark our levels for today. We're gonna take the previous day levels, and I'm simply going to redo it. So now we got a new previous day high up here. New previous day high up here. We've got previous day value area high here. Previous day New York open. We know that was right around here. Sorry. Zoom in. Mark that body. Alright, and then we've got our previous day point of control here. So you can see already we've got previous day value area high. This is the volume area, highest area of yesterday. We've got previous day New York Open, a key level that rejected. We've got previous day point of control, which is the highest volume of yesterday. We've got the upper end of that range. We've got the highest volume, and then we've got previous day value area low, which we're actually bouncing. So previous day value area low is the low end of yesterday's value area. So previous day's value area. So most of the volume was traded in here, okay? Anything outside below this, you probably want a long. Anything above this, you probably want a short, okay? So I did make one error trying to long up here, and I got red in one account. So that's something you kind of want to like avoid doing, is like longing above previous day value area high. Like, no need to do that. And look, this was the previous day value area high, and I'm obviously buying above that. I did get stopped out of that trade for $1,000 loss, but that's okay. That account was up like 3,000 profit, and we're still up. But my gains in the take profit account was a totally different account. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. You just gotta keep it going. So now we find previous day low. It was actually at the freaking open. So previous day low is down here, and then we're gonna mark our previous day 50. Okay, and what that's gonna do is actually show us our context. So now we're gonna just pull from that low to the previous day high, and we find our previous day 50. So the previous day 50 and previous day value area low are also lining up. So look at that. Now we could turn this off. We've got our VWAP, we've got ICT zones, okay? We're in Asia right now. We've got some lows here. We've got some lows, but this zone seems to be pretty key. So I'm going to draw another box there. We want 25,000 to hold. Otherwise, basically, Friday and Monday's price action is bearish. You know what I mean? Like, we just distributed since the beginning of the day. So we do that. And now we're zooming out, right? So we can take off ICD kill zones. We can put in our fair value gaps. We can look at our volume levels that are untapped. We've got some big support down here. 24,500. That's 1,000 points below. 1,000 points. Okay. We've got our previous week levels. Previous month levels. Okay. So if we zoom out, we are extended up. We are extended up. So we do have a lot of liquidity below. We have all this untapped stuff below, okay? And if I pull out volume ranges from higher time frame, our biggest support, we did get a bounce off this on Friday, October 3rd. This crazy bounce was an amazing long off high time frame value. So look, we've got this big range. This is the value area high of the volume. So dumping down, testing that as support was good to make an all-time high, right? That was a good long right there. That was like go in full port type shit. Nah, I'm just playing, but this is on 15 minute. This isn't like some extreme shit, you know? It's like 15 minute. So now if we're still making higher lows, you know what I mean? Really what we want to look for is continuation down, maybe back test that, and come fill this gap that we have here. or we're gonna go up and eventually take that high. So I don't like to be too biased, like the market can do anything. But basically we need to watch these key zones, and right here is another key zone. Previous week value area high. If we continue to hold that, you know, that's bullish. We're above previous week's value area. So yeah, I mean, we just gotta wait for 9:30. We gotta wait for 9:30. Let's go to our watch list and take a look at some really good performing stocks. You could also look at Solana. Let's look at the Solana chart on the daily. So Solana is doing pretty well right now. I mean, if you zoom out, it's trying to climb up. And you see this massive cup and handle that is unable to really fulfill that, okay? Because this coin used to be $1 and then now it's at $250. So I'm looking at Solana right now, US dollar on Coinbase. So you guys can see a little bit better. So Solana right now, I don't know why it looks like freaking crayon. Okay. Can you guys read this? Or is it blurry? It's my first stream, so I'm gonna be streaming meditation music, producing live beats, engineering artists. It all happens right here. Look, I have got a mic. I've got my whole setup, okay? So I'm just still figuring out the streaming stuff. This was kind of like a test stream. But I'm gonna share like some back testing and stuff like that. Right now I want to go to fxreplay.com. And my boy Denai, who is in the chat here, he put me on to this. It's really fire. I've got to sign in, so let me just hide my screen for a second while I do that. So, where y'all from in the chat? It's my first stream. What's good? Can you hear me? Does the sound good? I'm just logging in. Oh, wrong email. What the heck? I don't even be knowing my password sometimes, or email. What the heck? Okay, you know what? I need to remember that password. Okay, but let's go back to NQ here. So, as we zoom out onto the 30-minute, you can see that the areas that line up and have a lot of lines, yellow, higher time frame, I'm seeing more confluence, you know what I mean? I would love to see a move down here and then we continue back up like a major fake out. But if we top, there's a lot of support. Like we could dump 2,000 points and then overall just keep zooming out. And it's like, you know, we're consistently making higher lows if you zoom out, right? But longing up here, this is what they tell you. Oh, follow the trend, bro. Just follow the trend. Just long, bro. Long the top. Long the top because it's NQ. It's just gonna pump, bro. I swear. That's what people be like, bro. And for the longest time, why I lost trades. And sometimes I still lose trade. Okay? I did get stopped out today on one account. But that's fine. It wasn't even a take profit account. It was a Tradeify account. And I was not far from a payout. 1,500 more needed. It would have to take 2 days for consistency, but boom, $1,000 loss. Why? Why? Because when price moved up here this morning and at 9:30, you know, we wanted a bullish continuation. Everyone wanted a bullish continuation. We're above all-time highs. Seeing some bullish continuation. Boom. Then in this candle, right there. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom into that. Right here. We get these scam wicks right here. Scam wicks. And through my back testing, I'm realizing that, hey, don't trade until at least like 9:35 a.m. because, you know, it could be wild. So, look, these scam wicks, I get stopped out. So now I'm saying that, okay, zooming out again. We're losing this previous day value area high. You see that? Boom. When price is dumping, we're already losing the value area high. And because there's no support here, this was my entry trigger for the short. Okay? We take the short down, boom, to previous day value area low. Previous day point of control. And look at that. Bounce. To absolutely exact. And then next time we go up, we come back and we bounce again on this previous day point of control. So this is a very key level right here, previous day point of control. I want you guys to put an alert on this level at 25,120. I guarantee you that this level is going to be tested pretty soon. And overnight, anything can happen. In the morning, anything could happen. NQ is crazy like that. But if you just see, we already have a box, but we could actually narrow that box. We can narrow that box. Look at that. Right there. Previous day value area high. Previous day EQ. We have the day before's point of control. This area is key to hold. If this doesn't hold, we're probably dumping down, bro, and taking out these lows. Okay? We can just... Look at that. Liquidity. 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 And then we've got this gap fill. So in the case that this level is now just like this right here, boom, back tested down. If this same thing happens here and we back test down, we take out the sweep and there's no reaction, on these two big wicks, I'm really looking down. Okay? Because look, we're back here at previous week value area high. Okay? And if that can hold, that's another long opportunity. So let's see for reaction. We can have a couple different trade ideas here. You could put look for a reaction in this zone for a short. Okay? And we could potentially go all the way down here. Feel me? And on the other side, you could look for a long down here. Long back up to all-time highs. Now, if we're unable to hold this zone, after taking out this liquidity, I mean, the short could technically play out from here too. Boom. Short it down. The previous week point of control, previous week. We're at the top here, guys. We're at the top here, gang. Like, if you're looking at these trades, it's nothing crazy, bro. I'm looking level to level. I'm looking level to level. On God. So yeah, that's kind of how I mark Nasdaq. Yeah, should we look at some other stuff? Let's look at QQQM. We can do the same thing. Alright. This is basically the same as Nasdaq. It's a Nasdaq trust called QQQM. Okay. You might be able to see up here in the top left. And it's basically, you know, a mini version of QQQ, half of QQQ, that is really good for options. It's really good for long-term investing. This is no leverage, right? So if we look at QQQM, we've got this huge gap right here, okay? And as much as I want this thing to go up for my options, I'm looking at that gap fill because, I mean, we had a bullish open. And it's just really $2, right? So, just so you guys can see, I'll make this line brighter. Alright. So, if this gap is filled, we could potentially make another higher low and come back up. Okay? Let's look at our volume profile. So, look, we've got untested high volume node from here. This is basically where the pump started. Okay, this is where buying happened. This is where buying happened. So we could even move. We could put another line right here, and we have got the naked value area low. So you've got these three boxes right here. Okay, that would not only fill in the gap, but it would give a good opportunity to buy. When price goes to this level on QQQ, look at other stocks. Look at other stocks. Maybe there's something else that's pulled back and we want to buy. My boys told me about this other one called RR, Rich Tech Robotics. Let's take a look at it. Rich Tech Robotics. Zoom into the 5-minute. We've got support here at 6. Okay. This is, I'm looking at daily volume profiles here. Ready? So, daily volume profile, we've got levels to levels here. All these three are untapped. Since price left that range, it's not come back to test it. So these are key levels to test. Look at this. Boom, pump zone. Alright, so when you see stuff like this, big gaps, look at this. It's not random, bro. It's not random. This is legit not random. Look at that. Perfect retest. You see that? Perfect retest. We went down, pumped above it, came back right here to test that box. And then look at that reaction, bro. Pump, gap up. So now we want the uptrend to keep going, right? However, you can see right here. Boom. We've got some resistance right there. So if you see the price go into this and above, or we're gonna go look for a short here. So one thing that the normal person, you know, may have a hard time doing is shorting the market, because we're usually just given tools to you know, just buy or sell. Then we can actually get to long trades too. Boom. This stuff it's not that hard, fam. It's really not. It's really not. Anything below this is not good for, you know what I mean? I don't want this box to, I don't want this box to fail. You know, this gray box? We don't want it to fail. Yeah. So, these are some different ideas. I'm gonna actually look at this because my friends were telling me about this stock, and I think it has the potential to keep going up, and it's a good level to buy. So now we switch the weekly volume profile. Now look at how this point of control actually lines up with the daily levels that we're looking at. So I'm gonna again draw this here, okay? Then we can maybe extend this box to include this sweep, right? So this is our key box. You could even, you know, this stock has gone up like crazy. So we could look for a short down. Sorry. But now we're looking on weekly. Look, we have weekly untested range. Another one. Man, template. Boom. So you got these key levels here on a weekly, so that's higher time frame, right? Before it was all daily levels. Now we've got these yellow weekly levels. They're stronger. Looking at all down here, you've got boom, 2, and a low. So here, let's copy. Let's copy and add this cluster. So you could really see the zones that I'm looking at. And I just look for the reaction off those zones. And I'm looking for high time frame confluence, okay? And really, if I ever wait for this, I get good trades, bro. I get mad good trades, okay? Yo, I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling, bro. I just saw your thing. I don't know how's Canada, bro. This is my first stream I'm doing. There's no music in the background. I'm sorry for that. I don't want to like mess up, and we don't have any volume. I'm gonna try to make this a 1-hour stream. What's up, everybody in the chat? I see there's 2 of you. My first stream. I'm a Nasdaq futures trader, but I'm a musician, so you're gonna see everything in this stream. Trading during the day. When I don't have work, you will see me posting my analysis on NQ at nights, and then I'm also going to be producing beats, meditation music, frequency music, which I create live, recording, engineering with Pro Tools and stuff like that. I'm excited to get all this stuff set up and just be doing it, because we're the jack of all trades here, right? And the people who resonate with me, they usually are too, you know? I know you guys do a lot of stuff. This is again, look at these key zones on Nasdaq, right? When we line up all our confluences, look at that. Is that stupid of me to target my short there? No, right? So we could just reject off this and it actually continues down, right? Like you could technically zoom this up because Nasdaq has been going up. We could take all this liquidity and then boom, just go straight back up. Okay? Like, it depends what you're given, the opportunities you're given, right? So you could have 2 banger trades right here if we get a failure. But if we come back above these all-time highs, I mean, we want continuation. But should you long here? No, right? We want to long from these high time frame clusters. Right here would be a great long if we got a reaction. It's cold over there, bro. How cold? Yo. So it's only like 7 p.m. for you. Look, I have this mic here on God. I don't really... this is not the mic I'm using to stream. Huh. Joke's on you. I'm going to figure out... the best configuration, you know, with my mic. When I'm doing music, I'll be coming through my Apollo. And then... right now, I just got the mic coming through iMac speakers just to like get the stream going. So we were lucky to have like a pretty good trade today. You know, when days like this happen, you know, don't take it for granted. Take your profit and move the fuck on. Do not risk profit. Okay? What I do is I rotate accounts, because in trading it's likely you can lose, right? You could easily lose, bro. So by rotating accounts, when you make a win, you rotate, move on. And when you make a loss, you rotate and move on. And because sometimes you're gonna make a loss, bro. You're gonna make a loss. And like, sometimes that one account taking a loss is what allows me to make a winning trade in another account, because, you know, it's almost like you're testing out the market. At the same time, you know, it still sucks to make a loss. But that's where psychology is everything, bro. How long have you guys been trading, and what do you mainly trade? Let me know in the comments. This is my first stream. Poe, you're officially my top fan, bro. I mean, I hate how it says that, fan. But yeah. So, let's look a little bit further back. Turn off our you turn off all our trades. I like using the object tree. Here, I'll show you guys. Can you see it? Oh, it's not even that. It's just that I have to move this. Okay. Yeah. So I like to group my drawings so I can just keep my analysis clean. Obviously, I still have like random stuff. So, like all these boxes I just drew today, I'm gonna throw them into a group, and I just call it like zones or whatever, relevant zones. And then we've got our liquidity lines that we drew, and I add those into my NPOC folders. So NPOCs are naked points of control. They're high volume areas based on time. Previous week, previous day, previous month. Okay? That are you know, areas where lots of volume came in. So here, look at this. We had high volume traded here, right? And since that buying happened, these points are naked on a weekly level, on a daily level. Okay, we're looking at the weekly profiles here. So we had also this naked value. So we've got mad buys that happen here, bro. Like, you want a long when this shit is like created. This is smart money, bro. They're buying the bottom, bro. We're the ones trying to catch these moves, right? And then getting stopped out. And then we get to move up later. Like, we got to be buying these sweeps, bro. These high time frame sweeps. We take out all these lows. It looks bearish, bearish, bearish. Nah, it's NQ. Huge uptrend. So, same here. We've got a lot of support. And the reason why this isn't here, because it's legit like previous day, previous week. It's not, I don't have to say naked because I already have it marked here, previous week value area low. Okay, see that? And then previous week point of control. So yeah, there's dumb money in this shit, bro. Basically, if this doesn't, it looks like it looks pretty bearish to me, bro. Like unless we see some strength up, which it could happen. Like, I think that we're gonna see some moves down. I'm getting really hot, yo. I'm gonna be right back in like 30 seconds. 1 second. I may or may not have gotten a drink. A drink to drink. Cheers. Oh. Should we look in our trade of it? What I like to do is take one trade a day in each account tops. And I don't care if it's 200 profit or 4,000 profit, you know what I mean? Once I get that profit, I'm not risking it. I move to the next account. With more accounts, I can scale. With more accounts, I can win. Okay? Now what we're also going to do is take a look at these fair value gaps on a lower time frame. So this was another reason I took the short today. There was a lot of selling going on. So right now you could still see that we're coming up into resistance now. So coming up into resistance. Yeah, I'm just yapping, but yeah. Well, let's see what happens at 9:30. I will literally load this up tomorrow and be doing the same thing. So we're gonna see what's in store. I want to thank you guys who did log into my first stream. I mean, it was just a test. Tomorrow there will be music, and I will be doing some music stuff on stream also. So yeah, love you guys. Thanks for getting on stream, and yeah, I appreciate you. This texture, I'm out.